What's up, family? It's Chris.
And it's Big Carl.
And you're watching Bad Eyesight TV, guys. And you already know we're back at it again today with another request. This one came from our dog, Dontrell Durant.
What's happening, G? He said, what up, Chris? Big Carl, what's happening, G?
What's up?
How's it going? We
Good.
chilling, you know what I'm saying? Back in with another request. Can y'all react
He
to
back at it again.
10 real life deaths caused by video games by Top Trending? He threw the link. He said, thanks. Hope y'all have a great day. Appreciate it, G. Same to you.
Yeah, so guys, that other video we watched was funny. Well, we made it funny.
With the killers?
Yeah. I think that was from the same people, Top Trending.
Yeah,
so
I think he said he didn't think we could make it funny.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, dog, we gonna do that.
So now we had another one. We're gonna get right to it, guys. 10 real life deaths caused by video games.
You look like you caused by a video game.
But before we get into the video, guys,
you look like Lil Terrio.
Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Comment down below, I was like seeing that. Hit that notification bell to get notification we upload, and subscribe to join the family. Now let's get into the video.
In 2007, 16-year-old Daniel Petrick shot both of his parents over a disagreement about Halo 3. After his parents found out that he had purchased the game against their wishes, they took it away and locked it in the home safe. Daniel found the key to unlock the safe. Unfortunately, his game was right next to a gun. Reacting on impulse, Daniel grabbed the gun. He then snuck up behind his parents.
Let me tell you. His parents told him not to buy Halo. He bought Halo. He's 16. They saw he bought Halo. They took it and put it in the safe. He got the safe, and he went to safe. He got the game and killed them, both his parents, over a game.
You fighting? You not fighting demons. You fighting the devil.
Got to be the devil for you to be acting like that.
That wasn't even bad. They ain't even. First of all, you shouldn't kill your parents, but. He acting like they threw the game away or something, or they made him burn the game. They put it in the safe, and you found it fitting
to kill them both. You gotta do better.
Now who paying your bills? Oh yeah, you're a foster child now.
And said, "Would you close your eyes? I have a surprise for you." Then he shot them both, killing his mother and critically injuring his father. After Daniel shot both of his parents, he then...
Okay, he should have been on that little death row request. He probably still on death row now. That's why he ain't on it. But what he would get... He would get 4.5 pounds of cow manure. And we're not going to kill him until he eats it.
Oh.
And every time he comes up for air to not eat it, he gets shocked. We're going to give him an ankle shock collar and a neck shock collar. So you're going to eat the cow manure. And you're going to have to, instead of being in the jail, we're going to put you in the pig pen. You're going to roll around and all that nasty stuff with the pigs until we're ready to kill you. Since you want to be a fool.
Put the gun in his father's hand so he could make it look like a murder-suicide. As the police arrived on scene, they found Daniel trying to flee in the family van, with the Halo 3 game in the passenger's seat. Because of his age, Daniel could not have been given the death penalty. He was given life in prison, and won't be eligible for parole until 2032. In 2012, an 18-year-old only known as Chuang died at an internet cafe in Taiwan after reportedly playing the video game Diablo 3 for 40 hours straight. An attendant at the cafe found Chuang resting on the table next to his computer. The attendant woke him up. Chuang then stood up, took a few steps, and then collapsed onto the ground. He was pronounced dead soon after arriving at the hospital. His death was due in part to a blood clot in his leg, presumably from sitting in front of that computer too long. Blizzard, the parent company over Diablo.
Dang, y'all be really thinking my dad be a lie. Remember when we were driving to Kansas? He'd be like, we at the gas station, y'all get out and stretch y'all legs. Y'all don't want to get a blood clot sitting down too long.
And all y'all Fortnite players, we on Fortnite 14, 16 hours out the day.
When y'all get killed, stand up and do a little walk and then have a seat.
That's it.
released a statement that said, "We feel that moderation is clearly important and that a person's day-to-day life should take precedence over any form of entertainment." A 17-year-old Philippine teen murdered his own grandmother after she interrupted his Dota match. The teen had been playing Defense of the Ancients in a neighborhood internet cafe. His grandmother, who told him not to play that game anymore, went to pick him up and return him to their home. When the woman began scolding him about the game, he alleges that he blacked out and beat his 68-year-old grandmother.
No, ma'am. You deserve to be stoned to death because you tried it, beating your grandma. Like, you know good and well you would beat nobody your age,
I
acting
think
crazy.
for him, we should put like eggs and flour all over him, and then we should just like get like a. We should create a large pot. Put some oil in it.
Mm-hmm.
Boil the oil.
And fry him.
And fry him slowly. Put a hand in there. Let the hand fry. Put the other hand. Put a foot.
Yeah.
Foot. Then up to the knee. Then up to the elbow. Dip his face in and take it out real fast. Like 5 times. Just do that.
Mm-hmm.
Says this fool beat his grandma to death because she told him not to play a game no more.
Wow. Yeah, that's
terrible.
You got to put him in some oil and just fry him like he fash.
Right, fry like some fash.
Mother to death. The teen cleaned up the bloody crime scene and called his aunt, who then called the police. The victim was found with wounds on her neck, chest, head, and arms. Police officers also found blood-stained ceramic shards of what appeared to be a smashed vase in a garbage bin in the front yard. The grandmother, who had raised the boy since early childhood on her own, was killed because the boy wanted to play a video game. South Korean man Lee Seong-sop wasn't just an avid player of StarCraft. He was addicted to it. He let the popular real-time strategy game take control over his entire life. In 2005, he started spending all of his time playing the game, which cost him his job and longtime girlfriend. Lee would spend almost all of his money in an internet cafe to play it. He was used to playing 14 to 18-hour sessions, but when he started a 50-hour session, that was the end of his gaming days. At the end, he collapsed and died from exhaustion and dehydration. When it comes to games, there's a difference between healthy enthusiasm and an unhealthy addiction. In this case, the man's love for StarCraft consumed him. 17-year-old Warren LeBlanc of Leicestershire, England, got life in prison for emulating a death scene in a video game in 2004. The game in question? Manhunt. The game was developed by Rockstar North. Armed with a knife and a claw hammer, Warren lured...
Bro, we love this game.
Yeah.
This game was so
That's
fun,
why it's
bro.
funny. This game is funny.
14-year-old Stefan Pakira to a nearby park. He bludgeoned and stabbed the boy over 50 times until he died. In the trial, the mother of the victim was forced to leave the room as details of her son's horrific murder were explained to the court. At the end of the proceedings, the judge stated, "One thing is clear. You and you alone were responsible for this prolonged..."
I'm about to tell you, the game did not tell you to carry out this
Yeah, I
stuff.
was
You
about
did
to
that
say,
yourself.
I don't know why people try to blame stuff on other stuff.
There's millions of people who play these games and don't do that foolery like you did. So you chose to do the foolery
you
yourself.
did that. Ain't nobody tell you,
We ain't do it, so
hey, they shouldn't have to tell you kids don't try this at home. If you a fool, try it at home, then go to jail and all this stuff gonna happen to you.
Vicious and murderous attack on someone who thought of you as a friend. In 2013, an 8-year-old Louisiana boy intentionally shot and killed 87-year-old Mary Smothers, his own grandmother. The event happened only minutes after the boy started playing Grand Theft Auto. Authorities believe he intentionally shot Mrs. Smothers in the back of the head as she sat in her living room watching television. Family and friends of the victim have stated that the victim and the juvenile had a normal, loving relationship and even shared the same bedroom. The sheriff's department released a statement saying investigators have learned that the juvenile suspect was playing Grand Theft Auto 4 just minutes before the homicide occurred. The boy, now living with his parents, won't face charges.
What?
Burp, 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 burp.
No.
No, ma'am. And I don't know how his parents could accept him, because if he killed his grandma, that's one of his parents' mama. So I don't know how you tried it, because you would be a foster
Send
child.
him
Good
down,
night.
hit a Broward, and let him deal with these Broward kids. I bet they'll straighten them up. Send them to the 10 over there,
You
that
killed
18.
your grandma acting crazy.
Send them that 17 and under camp down there, and let them deal with them hooligans.
Talking about some Grand Theft Auto 4. Don't you try that over here? You over it.
I was gonna say.
Under Louisiana law, a child younger than 10 is exempt from criminal responsibility. 18-year-old Devin Moore was actually arrested for Grand Theft Auto, not the game, the real-life crime, in 2003. While being processed at the police station, he lunged at one of the officers and grabbed his .40 caliber Glock. He shot him and 2 other police officers in the head as he made his way out of the station to then steal a police cruiser.
We said last time in the other video, you just made whole black people look bad. You came in the police department and you trying to, come on now, you just so dumb.
Yeah, what was you getting? He had to have been getting like
He must have been getting life and he didn't care
39
about nothing.
years. Cause no, I ain't gonna lie to you. Never mind, we on camera.
No, they just way out of control.
Once caught and handcuffed, Moore uttered, "Life is a video game. You've got to die sometime." In the trial, his defense team tried to use the Rockstar game Grand Theft Auto Vice City as a scapegoat for the young man's violent acts. Ultimately, Devin was sentenced to death by lethal injection.
We play all of them. We ain't do that
Honestly,
foolishness.
we got every Grand Theft Auto, and we
We
ain't
ain't
never
do that
launched that no police officer.
We didn't even have the opportunity to, because we wasn't in their facilities. So
In 2014, an 11-year-old boy in the Philippines was stabbed to death by a 16-year-old male. Allegedly, the 11-year-old victim hacked into the older teen's online Dota 2 account. According to the family and police investigations, the victim was taken to a construction site where he was beat up by the suspect. His head was slammed on the walls repeatedly before being
Don't be hacking people's stuff up.
I don't think the game was that serious.
It's not that
You shouldn't be
serious.
messing with
But
people's
why you
stuff,
hacking
but the
up
game
stuff?
is not that serious.
Because if he started off hacking games, now he hacking bank accounts. See?
I don't know.
Or
I said,
I hear doing fraud.
you shouldn't be hacking people's stuff up, but you ain't got to kill nobody over no game.
Yeah, not no game that looked like that. That looked
Dota,
terrible.
like, kill yourself.
Yeah, like
stabbed over 40 times.
if he hacked your my player and you was at like an 80, because everybody ought to know it's hard to get to once you get to an 87, you pretty much a killer. If you had an 89 overall and he hacked your my player and deleted them, yeah, take him to the construction site.
The 16-year-old suspect denied any contact with the victim. However, he was found with heavily blood-stained shorts and drops of blood leading up to his house. The stabbing was so horrific that the mother couldn't recognize her own son. 28-year-old Philadelphia man Tyrone Spellman beat his 17-month-old daughter to death in 2006 while playing the popular game Ghost Recon. His toddler crawled into the room and accidentally toppled over his Xbox, breaking it. In a fit of rage, Spellman repeatedly beat the child. Investigators contest that the child's battered body was then positioned next to a barbell in another room to make the death look like an accident. Spellman fled the scene but turned himself in the next day. Official autopsy reports indicate that the toddler's skull had been shattered and caved in by continued blows to the head. Spellman, who is a self-admitted video game addict, claimed that he did not intend to kill the child. He was sentenced to 22 to 45 years in prison. In 2014, 12-year-old
You need to be sentenced to death, because that's just unexcusable.
Honestly, he need to be sentenced to first. Need to be exiled. This is what his punishment need to be. Take him.
For real. Go to St. Helena. Good night.
Well, he take him to either, which you can choose, Chernobyl or the Minamata Bay disaster. One of them nuclear places, and just say you're gonna live here from now on. We're gonna cage you up. We're gonna give you a hut to live in. You're gonna live here. We're gonna, you're gonna live here. If you leave, he got a house arrest bracelet on for just that place. And once he stepped foot out the place, it just blow his ankles off. Then they drag him. Since you want to leave, now you ain't leaving again. They come stitch him up real quick, drag him back in there. Now you just land until you die in one of them places. That's what needs to happen to you.
Peyton Leutner was stabbed 19 times and left to die in the middle of the woods. The culprits responsible for the attempted murder were two of Peyton's close friends, 12-year-old Morgan Geiser and 13-year-old Anissa Wire. The two girls were trying to please a fictional video.
They gotta get the clown. They have to. They have to. They have to. They gotta get the clown. Y'all gotta get the clown because y'all just out here.
Yo, y'all acting like clowns, so you have to be. You have to get it since you want to be a clown.
Yo.
Since you want to be a clown. Since you want to be a clown. There you go. Since you want to be a clown.
Because we talk.
Game character Slender Man. They thought that if they sacrificed a real person to him, he wouldn't haunt them or hurt their families. According to court documents, they told detectives they had been planning to stab her for months. Investigators discovered more than 60 drawings of Slender Man in Geiser's bedroom. One drawing depicted a girl lying on the ground and a person standing over her with the message, "I love killing people." Once the pair lured Peyton into the woods, one of the girls pounced on her and started to stab her repeatedly. During the entire ordeal, the victim was screaming in agony and saying, "I hate you guys. I'll never forgive you. I trusted you." Once the attack was over, the girls ran away. Miraculously, Peyton survived the attack and crawled her way to a nearby trail where she was discovered by a cyclist. Leutner has made an amazing recovery from the attempted murder, and as of this year, the girl who came within a whisper of death celebrated her 13th birthday.
Well,
Next question.
this is the end of the video, guys. Like we said, them last two was clowns. And for that little girl, just don't go to the woods with nobody. Like, if they want to do foolish activity, let them do it somewhere in the open. Don't be like, I'm going to the woods with you, because then that's just a recipe for disaster. But this is the end of the video, guys. If you like to see the original video by yourself, the link will be down in the description below. And so is our social media. Add us, follow us. You guys already know the deal. But since this is the end of the video, guys, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Comment down below what you guys like seeing that. Hit that notification bell to get a notification we upload. And subscribe to join the family. See you guys in the next video.